Welcome back, guys. So, live last week. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who joined, thank you to everyone who watched, thank you to everyone who left comments in the chat, thank you to everyone who came on the screen. It was a really good evening and totally enjoyed it. I think we're going to keep on with the once a month thing, but we may have some plans to switch that up a little bit. More details soon. This week we have a rehousing of the Acanthoscurria geniculata. That'll be coming up shortly, and we had to just literally rehouse because, as you'll see in the video, its substrate was not in the best condition, so just gave it a spruce up. Other things that are coming up this week, we had a live on Friday with Chaz, and there was a live on Saturday with Mark, the standard live with Mark, and I was gifted some awesome spiders which I collected on Sunday from the wonderful Kale and Andre, two awesome subscribers who are absolutely amazing people, brilliant couple. The spiders in question were a Syriopagopus species Hattie. There's a tiny little sling in here. I have seen it, but obviously it just disappears a lot. I've got another one for Russell to take down to Taunton as well, so I'll be taking that next week. The other spiders that I got were a lovely Brachypelma beheme, or behme, tiny little sling. I mean, it's probably not going to see it on the camera, but it is just there. This one's probably about 2 centimetres, very heavy pre-molt. I'll put some footage up of the spider itself in a minute. But yeah, awesome. I do love the Brachypelmas. They're not as boring as some people make. I think they're amazing. They're really easy to keep spiders, and I love all my Brachypelmas. The other one I got is probably top 2 possibly favourite of Brachypelma genus, which is the Eratum. This one's a little bit bigger, very heavy pre-molt again, but this is probably about, it's just sitting on top of its cork bark, just there, if you can pick that up, just there sitting on the cork bark. It's about 3 centimetres, maybe 3.5 this one. Extremely heavy pre-molt, so that'll probably molt in the next 30 years. So thank you so much, Kyle and Andre. Can't thank you enough. Honestly, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for the prizes. New lens, wider angle. This is the one that I got through some of the birthday money that I got from some other awesome people. Trond, thank you so much for the birthday gift, and Andy over at Balfour Town, thank you so much. Really appreciate you two. I do have some news, but we'll roll the intro, we'll come back to that. Right, so the news. My friend, Southern Tarantulas, George, he had some pairings of his Harpacteria. These are the Caffriniera. I can't pronounce their name, but they are absolutely stunning. I'm going to put the footage up here, and we'll have a watch of that. The footage of his pairing, they're extremely hard to get hold of a match pair in this country. So for him to get this pairing going on is absolutely amazing. As you can see, like, the male got in there, did the business, so fingers crossed for you, buddy. That would be an awesome thing to have an egg sac of that species. They're a beautiful looking spider, absolutely amazing bronze coloration. So good luck to you, mate, and I do hope that they do the good deed, and you get an egg sac from it. Hopefully a nice big egg sac, because then you'll be in demand, I would think. But yeah, congratulations for this pairing. Right, let's get on with the geniculata move, shall we? This is why we need to rehouse, clean out this enclosure. This is the Brazilian white knee, Acanthoscurria geniculata, and I've been meaning to do this for a while, but the enclosure just needs a redo, so we're going to be sprucing this up. It's not a rehouse, it's just a redecoration of the interiors. So we're going to throw away the cork bark, throw away all the soil, give the enclosure a good clean out, and put her back in there. As you can see probably from underneath here, it's absolutely full of mould down there, and doesn't matter what we're doing with this, it seems to be still that same core block that's doing this one. So we're going to change this all out with a different substrate and give her a new setup. First thing we're going to do is get her out. This is going to be entertaining. She's a spicy one. Take the water bowl out first. See if we can encourage her out nice and gently, which isn't going to be an easy feat with this one. And we'll turn this around so we're not completely blocking the camera all the time. Plus I can see what I'm doing now. Come on. Initial reaction, thinking everything's food. We're going to try and encourage her into the cup. Come on, let's go this way. This way. I'm not pushing her, I'm just letting her sort herself out. She's got her legs all tangled. We'll come this way. Come on, come on. Come on, let's go this way. Come on. Into the cup. Come on. Come on. I know. I know. That's alright. She's stubborn. Come on. Come on. Let's not go underneath. Come on. She's a stubborn one today. So we'll persevere with this one. We'll persevere with it. Come on. Let's get you off that mould. I don't really want you down there. Come on. That's it. Back up. Backing up. Up, 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 up. Very conscious of putting this cup in like this. Maybe this will be the best way to do it. Come on, nice and calm. No, no, no. No. It's not be going forward. Back, back, back. Back. All the way in. She loves a little flick, but hey, she's an absolute stunning spider, even if she is being a little bit flicky. But then again, you would be too if you were being kicked out of your home for a little while. So now we've got her contained, we're going to go downstairs, we're going to tip all this away, get rid of this, clean this out, bring it back up and do the rehouse. And it's empty. There's not going to be much to this, it's a basic setup. She's not going to be in here much longer, especially when you look at some of the Brazilian white knees, especially females. They can grow up to, what, around 8 inches, something like that. And on top of that, they live for a long time. Females, anything up to around 20 years, reportedly. But, you know, getting that length of time out of a spider is good going anyway. So all we're doing at the moment is just giving it a tiny, tiny bit of coir mixed up with something a little bit more moisture retaining, which is a little bit of peat moss. That will keep the moisture in a little bit nicer, and then we fill the rest up with a nice mix of Spider Life, which has all the little bits in it, bits of twigs, things like that. Yes, I know I can go to my woods, and yes, I know I can get it for free, but it's a time versus effort versus funds thing for me. And I've got a few bags of this left over from when I bought it a while ago anyway, so it looks like I'm putting loads in here, but when I pad it all down, move it around a little bit, it's actually not too much. Plus we want to give her an opportunity to dig if she wants to do that. She does tend to sit out on the surface, but the opportunity is always there. Plus, being terrestrial, taking the height out of the enclosure by putting more of this in, along with the fact that we want it to sort of look nice, so we have it sloped from front to back. We'll see if that's enough. So I'll give this a good old mix up, which will involve me normally tipping the enclosure back, giving it a mix like this, just so we get all the substrate I put in at the beginning mixed up into it all. Break down all the big lumps, don't want no big lumps in there. Then we'll see if we put too much in, which we probably haven't, to be fair. It's probably a good estimate of the amount of substrate we actually need. These ones like it a little bit humid, not as humid as some species, but you know, around the 70-80 mark, so a little bit of moisture in here isn't a bad thing. I think we've done pretty much a good job with regards to the actual substrate in here. As you can probably see, it's sort of filling up the bottom part of here, sloped up the back. We've got a nice piece of cork bark here. Obviously I had to replace the other piece because the other piece was covered in mould. This one hasn't got any of the wood attached to the back anymore, so hopefully this one will stay a little bit better. I'm just gonna, what I've done is, before I put that in, I'll show you what I've done. At the back I've angled the corner off, so when it sits in the corner here, this can go along the back wall, gives it a nice angle then, so we haven't got to fight for it to be in that corner or anything. So we'll give her up the back like that. Give her a burrow if she wants it. So we've got those bits in nicely. Water bowl, which we'll put this side now. What else do we want in here? We've got a couple of bits of fake plants, which I know a lot of spiders tend to decimate their fake plants. She's not one of those spiders. She's been quite good. She's been quite good at leaving them alone once they're in place. So I don't mind sort of giving her the plant just at the back of the hide there, make it look a bit nicer. And then maybe another one, the back corner the other side. Dig those long stems all the way down into the soil, and then she tends to leave them alone then. Something like that. She'll make this her own anyway. She'll make this her own. And then the final touch, now we've got the substrate in, will be, if I can do this without making too much of a mess, a little bit of texture on the old sand. Once we've, right, let's have a look, see that, what that looks like at the moment. So this is what we've got going on right now. How's that? I think it looks alright. She's got a nice big cave to go and explore. The only thing we are missing is a little bit of leaf litter. For the aesthetics. Which we'll put a little bit down the front, a little bit outside. It can't be just me that struggles with enclosures. We're trying to do stuff, getting our hands in, getting the enclosures sorted out. This is the fun part. So hopefully she's going to go straight back in here without too much drama. Right, spider time. Give the water bowl a filling up first. Give a little bit of a rinsing. What we will add before we add the spider, to prevent or to try and combat further mould build up, we'll get some springtails in here. Just tap a load off of the charcoal. This is just lumpwood charcoal. Lumpwood charcoal. Nice. Good double helping of some springtails in there. As you can see, whether you can pick this up or not, there's a load down here now. Worth adding the springtails to this one. Soil's a little bit damp, so hopefully it'll be alright. Right, she's decided to hunker down a minute. She was spread out a minute ago, but now she's hunkered down. Like I say, I don't think she's going to be in this enclosure for much longer. And she's not too happy right now, but what we'll do, we'll try and do this without me getting in the way too much. Don't want my hand in the way. Let her come out at her own pace. unless she's going to stop. Come on. You going to move anymore? Don't want to sort of boop you. Nice and gently. Come on. Let's get your foot off the cup. There we go. She is in. Let's have a proper look at her, shall we? Yeah, she won't be in this enclosure for too much longer. Look at the size of her. She's an absolute... Excuse me. She's an absolute monster. Stunning monster. But a monster nonetheless. And unfortunately, with the moving, obviously, what's happened is she's actually kicked up for the first time. So she's got all this hair now, sort of looking a bit rubbish on the back of her abdomen. But hopefully that'll settle down. And she won't look like that for too long. Right, well, that's her settled in nicely into her new home. And as I say, she's going to need a proper rehouse at some point very soon, because as you can see, she's got room to wander, but this is no way an ideal enclosure for her long term. So how do you think that went, guys? Obviously, mould doesn't cause issues too much, the spider's not bothered about it, but if the spores get airborne, respiratory issues with people and stuff, it looks unsightly, it needed redoing. I had one block of core which has given me this issue, and I've since got through that. That block has now gone. All the issues I had with my Thrixopelma puriens, the geniculata that we did today, my Vargans and the OBT, they've all been dealt with. There's a slight mould issue that we've got in our Lacedoria parabana, but that's not too bad. We've literally tried to combat that with springtails and it seems to be under control. But yeah, so what did you think, guys? What did you think about geniculata? She didn't exactly want to move, did she? And her butt now has got all the little bits of fluff urticating hairs sitting on there. Hopefully that'll settle down, because she's a stunning looking beast. Absolutely amazing spider. Got a confirmed female. I've had her since middle of January last year, and she's molted 3 times, and she's putting on some decent size. She's going to be an absolute tank, hopefully. I do have 2 tiny slings which are also growing extremely fast, so hopefully we'll have 3 beautiful geniculatas down the road. Again, another spider that's quite easy to keep. They eat all the time. Absolutely amazing spiders. So yeah, anyway, let me know what you thought. Leave a like, comment. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing it. I'm not going to beg you to do it, but if you would subscribe, it absolutely means the world. It's nice to know people watch the videos and enjoy them. Taunton show this Sunday. It's going to be good. We've got me, Happy Ant and Steve W coming down. We're driving down together. Hopefully we're going to meet quite a lot of the other guys. I've got a present to give to Scott for his birthday. I've got something to give to Amy from Amy's Web. I've got Mark to sort out his £30 voucher that he won back at Scott's Live over Christmas. So yeah, I probably won't be getting much myself, substrates and enclosures, but it's going to be awesome catching everyone. So if you're going to Taunton, come say hi. I'll have stickers if that's what you're into, and if nothing else, we'll just have a chat about some spiders and other related things. So look forward to seeing everyone there who's going. If I don't, I'll see you guys next week. Cheers.